Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Factorio! At the end of the last episode, I said I was going to just let some of the steel production accumulate over here, such that we could just build a few more of these steel furnaces. It looks like we're not getting enough iron plates in here to max out our steel production at this time, but we can go and take another look at that later on. Now, I did do a little bit of reading. As I said at the beginning of the series, I mean, still relatively new to Factorio, and in particular, the late game. And I've been trying to do, you know, a little bit of reading along the way, but reading too far ahead is not going to be productive because I won't remember it by the time we get there. But one of the things I did note that with regards to our copper wire, by the way, I'm sure people have already said this in the comments, but I'm recording this video still before the first episode has gone and aired. As such, I probably haven't gotten your useful comments about the copper wire here. And that has to do with the fact that when you do one of these jobs, it produces two copper wires. So one copper plate becomes two copper wires. It's also relatively fast. It sounds like the situation tends to be that it's quite hard to unload all of the copper wire onto a belt. And it looks like most people almost never put copper wire onto belts. Instead, they just use copper plates, and then they transform things into wire and then feed directly into another assembler or something of that nature. Now, we may not be able to make an easy adjustment to this at this time. Right now, things are still flowing. Perhaps later on we'll go and maybe we won't modify this, but for future things that need copper wire, maybe we'll go and feed directly from one assembler into another. If you're not following what I'm talking about, don't worry, we'll look into that later. It does sound like 3 assemblers is actually the magic number for filling a one of these, in that if there was an actual gap over here, the third, if we had a fourth one on here, we would not actually be able to consistently get enough stuff on there. And actually, I think with the yellow inserters, even this isn't really draining this at the rate that it could. I think if there were fast inserters, which we do have actually, then that might actually be a little bit better in, oops, I got this the wrong way around. You do this, you rotate around. So you're grabbing and going there. There you go. In any case, at this time, we're going to have a backlog of stuff regardless, so it's kind of a moot question. We're not grabbing them. The other thing I checked is the ideal ratio of science beakers. Now, I still actually don't know how many science labs this will feed, but it sounds like 5 reds, 6 greens, and then something like 12 blues is eventually what you're going to want to get just to balance everything out. We can already see that there's maybe a bit of a shortage of the green here. Our green production does need just one more level up, which I guess we can do very simply here by building ourselves another assembly machine over here, which we're gonna just need a few gears. There we go. Just wait for that to get produced and sit in our inventory here. Drop you there, and then once again, right, we just grab this and feed it out the other side, and that's going to be fine, right? Like that. Copy, paste, and we just need a little bit of power over here. So we'll do something like that. And that should help a little bit. I guess we can go for a 6th. There's actually enough room here for a 6th one that can grab from over here. It's going to be a little annoying to get the belts, but no, actually it should be okay. Yeah, it should be able to just grab these belts over here, and that's going to be fine. In fact, it'll get a first crack at it, so I think we're going to be okay there. Go copy, paste. Excellent. So we'll get this up to 6. I think we'll have to add another red production down the road. I think there's room for it, though, so we may as well do that now, actually. Boop. Yeah, because we can just do the same layout that's here. So apparently, based on what I just saw, this will ultimately be the ratio we are looking for. Let's get a handful of those in place. So we're going to be grabbing, putting, and then we need the red one over here, the long-handled inserters, to do a long grab. We've got an alarm going on, so we are being attacked. I'm going to check on that in a second. Does everything have power? Indeed, it does. Okay. So let's go over here. I saw the blip. Most likely our automated turrets took care of it. I'm just going to go and double check that we haven't gotten any damage over here, though. Also, we may need to put more ammo in there. So we are continuing to burn through some of this research. Oh, railway is an interesting example of one of the researches that isn't balanced. It needs 2 red for every 1 green. So I'll research it now. We got a backlog of red, so it doesn't matter. Also, I did check. It is 14 burners to 10 engines, so I think we got our ratio correct. can I put more? Yeah, you can go up to 100 bullets in there. So we're just going to cap out both these guns over here, just to make sure that it keeps not being a problem. And at some point, we still have to go and put down some radars to expand our view, and then we'll get a better sense as to where these nests are. And we can go and clear out the nests as well. So it looks to me like we actually may be gaining some of the green, well, especially with the ratio being offset here, we'll rebalance there. So I think ultimately we'll get in place. Certainly it's got all the resources it needs to keep that maxed out, which is good. We still have a problem with our steel plates over here, though. And I think what we're going to do at this time is go and build a bunch of steel furnaces and replace these guys with steel furnaces here. And in fact, I could just go and change this up pretty dramatically to squish it in together again, because I don't have enough room for the electric ones anyway. So that was a bit of a goof. Okay. So I can just, yeah, replace like this. Very handy to be able to do that. I'm assuming it's putting the old ones in my inventory, and it is. So just a little convenient time saver, which I appreciate very much. What are we short on? Oh, the actual stone bricks. Well, let's go and grab a bunch of steel anyway. And then run down here, grab a bunch of stone bricks. Now, I think that this has a ridiculous amount. So we're just going to grab some, and I guess we'll build all these furnaces, because we can keep doing some replacements over here. And I suspect the next thing we will discover, in fact, is that we don't have enough raw iron anymore. But we can deal with that in a moment. So let's go and do this so that it's at least on my hotbar for convenience here. And yeah, more over here. And voila. And we still have a little bit more room for more stuff if we want. But yeah, I expect we actually won't have enough for that. We're also putting out a lot more pollution. Now, at this point, yeah, more mining would actually be fine, although very quickly we are just going to hit a maximum capacity on this track. One of the things that could help is instead of having one track between iron and coal, you can have two tracks, each one fully saturated with iron and coal, and then use some long-handled inserters and whatnot. Right now, we still just need more. And then I think if we just made this be a fast track as well, that would be okay. So I actually do have some more electric mines ready to go. Or drills, I should say. Like so. And yeah, I'll just do this because you can't reach the double hop anyway. I could cluster these in pairs or something like that, and might help a little bit, but that's okay. We got room for two more diggers here, drills, I should say. So I will go ahead and do that. Oh, and the next one. There we go. So lots of mining, and I suspect more than can possibly be handled by this track. We're gonna get a sort of an uneven backlog on one side here. Why is that? Must have to do with the way that they come off of this onto this track, that it doesn't sort of feed evenly. But yeah, we can actually see that there's not enough there. So let's go ahead and build some fast transport belts, which actually use regular transport belts plus more gears. Okay, so ultimately all we'll need is more gears and or plates to make this run. So what we'll do is, oops, apparently grab a bunch of copper things too. Let's grab a bunch of gears, build a bunch of fast transport belts over here. And grab these. And just get them down here. There you go. So there'll be a bit of a bottleneck here as we run into the normal belts. But I think this is going to help, because it's just unloading this a lot faster. We actually don't need the fast all the way down. It's going to be fine. So there we go. So we got full saturation now, and that's going to be okay. We don't need the fast belts on the things carrying the steel plates in any way whatsoever, because they're not fully saturated, but our throughput is going on a lot. It'll take a little while before we sort of resaturate this line, but I think we are indeed going to be there again. Now, later on, we are going to have like crazy massed plate production. But for now, we are definitely okay. And we might actually start to develop a backlog here again, too, which wouldn't be a bad thing either. All the steel furnaces are actually operating. Oh, that's just a regular stone furnace, which is fine. Which is fine. We don't need everything to be upgraded. And yeah, let me grab some more of those anyway. So now that this is once again operating at full production capacity, which is nice. The other thing I could do is actually I haven't unlocked the armor-piercing bullets yet. I think the armor-piercing bullets just get built off steel, so we could make a little bit of a production chain over here. Where do we unlock that? There must be something else that gives us the armor-piercing bullets. Yeah, because I just have the regular ones over here, which is fine. I got my body armor, I've got this, I've got that. Excellent. What I think I'm going to do is I want to set up a little bit of a radar setup here. Maybe a couple of different radars. So I've got one radar gun, I've got the turrets. Right, I've got a bunch of bullets, so let's go ahead and do that. The radar does need electricity. I'm gonna put one here that's going to be fine. And if I recall correctly, the radar does tend to attract critters. So I'm going to go and put a bunch of guns around this and give them a bunch of bullets. Oh, these are steel plates, not bullets. There we go. I'm like, hold on, something's not working right. Let's go ahead and cap you out. That's going to be okay. And I do also have stone walls, so I'm just going to use that to give these guys a little bit of protection over here. So what the radar is doing is going to scan the map. It's going to extend the borders from time to time. It does have a radius, but I think it also clears things up. I think the clouds you're seeing here, I think that's the pollution. But there you go. See, it's exposing a new corner over here. We'll get more and more info. We do have oil up there. I think the next step is very much going to be to get started on that relatively soon. I have all this stone that I really don't want to haul around. I'm going to go and dump a bunch of stone in here. Because actually there seems to be a bit of a hard time getting the sufficient amount of stone in here to power all these up. So we need a little bit more stone mining really to work all these at maximum rate. Not that it's a very high priority overall. That's going to be okay. I'm going to grab a few more bullets for myself. And so, okay, oil production. We can indeed build pump jacks. Okay, we need to get our electronic circuit production, I think, up to the next tier. We do have a bit of a backlog here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get another green circuit production over here, and I will do the thing where I just use the steel plates directly. So what I actually want is a bunch of inserters, which is going to require, first of all, a bunch of wire so that I can get a few circuits on my own. Oh, no, I think it's a shortage of plates, actually. Plates and probably gears. Well, I can build that from just the plates themselves, so that's going to be okay. Oh yeah, I've got a box over here. Let's grab that. Yes. Okay. Build all these assembling machines, I would say. And yeah, load me up with some cable and iron plates. So I think mostly the cables get used to build circuits. I think there's a couple of things later on that it also gets used for, but it's almost exclusively all for circuits, which is why we're kind of comfortable making this sort of system here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab, let's make a pair to start off with. Then what else we need we need metal plates, right? To make this? It's copper cables and iron plates. So I don't want to just do it here. I want to do it somewhere where I can reach the iron plates. Which I've got some here. I've also got some here. I suppose I could split this again. I don't know, I'm really starting to get concerned about how much we have available. Split some here, or split some here. And run some back up. Maybe I'll just do that. But yeah, we're definitely going to need to buff all of our production at some point. But let's do this. Let's get a splitter. I don't have any in here or there. If you mouse over a item, I think it will highlight one in your inventory. I'm going to build one. Let me just confirm here. If I do this, yeah, it highlights the one in the inventory, which is kind of handy. So we're going to be doing this. And then like this. Except no. Not right there. Okay, let me get back to you a sec. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up something like 1, 2, 3 of these over here. And then 3 like this. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be grabbing... even though I've already got wire on here, I'm not going to be using the wire as is. Because these guys are going to be making wire. Copy paste, paste. Let's get rid of all these blinking lights because they're driving me blinking crazy. Like so. It's nice that just the one power will actually do everything. And then this over here is going to be making electronic circuits. And for that to work, what I'm going to do is... Actually, I will do a little corner there, which is fine. Like this. And I'm actually going to go a little further over here, because we'll keep this fully saturated there. It'll also make it that we don't have to use logic inserters later on. So you are going to take metal plates, and then, with the long-handled inserters, you are going to put the circuits on the far belt. Like so. There we go. This is going to be our circuit production here. For the purpose of what? I think I just wanted more circuits. Because as I say, I can take them off over here. Yeah, this is going to be fine, and then the plates will start flowing down here again and get that going. I probably have too many circuit producers over here, but that's okay. This one here, for now, is mostly just going to be where I take things off without interfering with the science. Right now, my goal is just to grab these circuits and throw them in a box. Like that. And with another power. Something like that. I wonder if that should be a fast. I mean, there's just a backlog right now, but what the hell? Let's go and put a fast. Power still... Oh, it's not 100% anymore. We need some more power going on. Now, I am researching solar energy right now. Building the solar power plants is going to require a heck of a lot of work, but it is something that we can look into. Yeah, I think we even needed the fast inserter, but it's going to be okay. We're going to pick up a bunch of these for now. And pump jacks. So we can do that, and then what we need is iron, both the plates and the gear wheels. Now, I did pick up plates off here. Do I ever pick up the gear wheels anywhere? I don't think so. I mean, I could just grab a few there, and that's okay. All right, more pump jacks. We need a lot of infrastructure, though, to get this going without any waste. Oh, I don't think I've got any oil storage tech yet, because I can pick up the oil, the sort of crude oil, I can refine it into, right here, oil refinery, into the subcomponents, which apparently needs a lot of bricks, which is interesting. I have a chemical plant that can convert things from one chemical to another, but we don't actually have a lot of it unlocked, and we're going to have to store some of it along the way. But yeah, we really need to jack this up at some point. That was interesting. Is this really having such a hard time loading stuff that didn't have the coal for a while? Also, do we need, like, fast inserters to really... Yeah, look, there was another little gap there. I think we need fast inserters to keep these steel furnaces 100%. Still, it looks like we're working at least, like, 95% efficiency over here. I had no idea. Huh. That's quite interesting, actually. Well, we're going to leave it be for now. We do have... Let's take a look at our map. Oh my god, it's hard to tell the colors anymore. That's stone. I don't think we have another pocket of steel, or of iron anywhere. Because that's really what we're going to need, is just more raw resources. But, I mean, we can get more out of this, which is okay. It's still not even fully saturated here. Plus, I can make this a fast track. And I can get a little bit more. And yeah, if we increase the density over here, since there's a backlog, we really can jam in a lot more furnaces over here to keep the plate production up. Although part of it as well is we did have to go and fully saturate these sidelines. Now that that's happening, there's going to be more consistent of steel plates coming down here. Iron plates coming down here. Not much. It is a little bit slowed. And I mean, increasing the splitters or these, these conveyor belts isn't going to help anything. It's really just about we need more production overall. Well, maybe, okay, you know what? Maybe we'll do some of that. So, let's build all my steel furnaces right now. And the other thing we're going to do, this is going to obviously mess production, but I'm going to go and remove all these, and we're just going to go and increase the density a bunch. Does it really use the speed of your tool here? Because my tool just ran out. Does it really use the speed of the tool to determine how quickly you can disassemble things? Steel axes are certainly a lot faster than the iron ones. I think it is. Grab that, grab that, grab that. We actually may not be able to cluster it anymore over here. Well, I can go. I can put this here. So actually that will get us another one over here, which is nice. Oh, that actually fits quite nicely. I don't know if I'll bother with the fast inserters. Well, I don't know. No, just the regular ones is going to be okay. And then that doesn't matter. And then boop, 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 boop. That. There we go. So yeah, I don't know if we'll have enough raw resources to feed them, but in any case, this is going to be more throughput. I need fuel handling. There we go. Fluid handling for what we're going to do next. All right. One of the things, actually, we may want some high throughput, or some faster conveyors here, just because there can sometimes be a bit of a pause because of a gap. Because it's not using both sides of this. I don't think I'll stress about it. I think it's going to be fine. And yeah, the raw resources. Actually, yeah, we are not producing enough raw iron. Like that. Not to feed them all. Still, we are getting a lot more than before, but we could go... I know, I keep talking about oil and then nothing happens. Let's make some more mining drills. And we are going to... And again, if I didn't space them out as much, we'd be able to fit more mining drills into this area at the cost of being a little bit more annoying to walk through. And we will eventually get all the iron out of here regardless, because the area that the mining drill can take from is a lot larger than the drill itself. But, so yeah, I'm just going to do this, that, and that. So it'll give us a wee bit more. I could actually balance this load over here with a bit of a splitter to use both sides a little bit better over here. I don't know if it really matters too terribly much. Oh, we have to make all the gears first. Yeah, I should actually do a thing somewhere where I grab the gears, or even... Hang on, I could automate construction of the fast transport belts. Because I could have some of this do slightly different. Let me cancel this a second. Because just for convenience sake, let's say I actually decide I don't ever want to save the normal ones anymore. We're going to be upgrading completely to the fast. And all I need to do is some sort of thing like this, which you're going to be making fast inserter belts. You're going to be grabbing from here, because I actually suspect we don't need both of these to fully satisfy the belt need. We just need one feeding over there. That's going to be okay. And then we need to grab the gears that come off of this, and you need some power. Now, you need plates to reach down here to be able to produce a regular belt in here and then go into there. And that will continue to be a wee bit of an issue. We got the backlog of the reds. We got the backlog of the circuits over here. It looks like we really just need 2 circuit generators, and that is the ideal amount for the demand that we've got going on right now. But that's okay. So the other ones are just sitting idle, using a little bit of electricity, but that's okay. Speaking of electricity, though, because we are running a slight shortfall, it's possible that our stuff's not running at maximum efficiency the same way that we want anymore. So this might be an excellent time, before we go and expand the base, to go and get to the next level. So we want... boilers, we need 14 or 13. 13 is almost enough. 14 is slightly overkill. where it was overkill, but that's 10. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. And then we're going to go with 10 engines. We need an offshore pump. Then what I want are... I want another pair of pipes to underground after this, which means more plates. So yeah, I keep having to grab plates from over here. So there's a second one, and I think that's everything we need. Straight rail. You do get a lot of rail. You used to build straight rails manually or through the rail planner. There's a rail planner. I've never built any railroad, by the way. Can build short paths directly using the left mouse button. Oh, I see. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to build another steam engine setup, just like the one we've got here. We're going to increase our tech rate, actually. Oh, let's get the tool belt with the extra slots. This is going to be kind of handy to do, probably. So this is still producing, which is fine. There's our boilers. Oh, yeah, the pump. Did we get the pump already? Yes, we did. So I guess I'll start with that. This seems like a fine place to put it. Then the boilers. Excellent. And then I'm going to do the same thing where I've got sort of an underground pipe segment over here. It doesn't have to be super long. I just want to put a little break that I can walk through going forward. So we've got that. Then the steam engines. And again, I'm going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then rather than keep going long, what I'm actually going to do is build a handful of regular pipe segments over here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these be parallel to each other this way. So then maybe I didn't need the underground pipes, but that's okay. We'll use them at some point, quite soon actually, for the oil. And just do a bend here, and we're just going to turn around like this, just to make it a little less long. This will need to be connected up to the electrical grid in some fashion. Oh, I'm out of electric posts. We'll probably have to grab some more wood soon. And then make sure that's all connected up to the grid. So that's good. Now we just have to get some coal over here. Luckily, that's a pretty easy process. Just a splitter over here. Oh, I think I accidentally queued up like 5 splitters after that, which we don't need. Just the one. And yeah, it doesn't automatically get rid of the conveyor, which I always find is interesting. This sounds like there's an animal attack coming. I thought it was. Maybe I imagined it. I thought there was a sound. And I'm going to use burner inserters again for this, so right click, 1, 2, 3. So that'll get use all 13 that we want. Oh, we already had a bunch. Though, apparently I made some earlier. There we go. So they'll feed themselves, then they will feed the boilers, and we will be getting some power up and running again. And just like that, we'll be back to lots of electricity. So when I moused over the post, the electricity bar wasn't 100% full, which would still be enough to power everything, but I think it starts to bring down their rate of work, which matters for the inserters, for example. In any case, we're going to be putting some more demand on our electrical system relatively soon. Okay, so with that, I promise now that we are going to get started on our oil production now, because we've got our storage tanks, we've got the pumps. There we go, we'll do that. I'll have to pick up a few more components along the way here, but yes, we are going to be doing all that. Let me pick up the steel plates from storage over here, and then we've got some circuits kicking around, which we're going to need. Whoa, that is a lot of circuits. I'm going to go ahead and limit it to like just that much. I don't want to ever pick up like a ridiculous amount like that again. The pumps themselves take a long time to produce, but I can... There we go. So now we don't have to build the circuits anymore, so at least there is that going on for us. And again, what I might want to do is have a box full of these gears around, so I don't always have to manually build them, but that's going to be okay. Of course, we could have a system to automate production of more of these things as well, but I think I'm okay with building the jacks manually. That's going to be okay. And then, yeah, we're going to be going to the pink area over here to get the oil. Now, one of the things is this distance is starting to get quite big. So it might be nice for us to work our way towards automobilism relatively soon, such that we can drive a car back and forth over here. I think that will be quite handy. We'll see how that goes. I also need to chop a few trees for some electrical posts. But we're going to go and put a cut in here. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.